So what's the difference between, say, your car tires and truck tires? Timothy Jensen, Jensen Transport in Independence, Iowa. There is a bit of a difference between like your car tires, your pickup tires versus semi-truck tires. What's the big difference? Obviously, number one is size. You know, big difference there because your most things are about 18-inch rims on your cars and stuff. So we're 22 and we're 22.5. Where does it say that? 22.5 inches on the truck tires. It's a bit bigger. There is a big difference there because when you're buying car tires and things, they're made differently. They have different specs. So on a car tire or even a pickup tire, you're doing it by load rating. So on a car, if you've got, say, a sedan or something like that, the tires are set up for a ply rating. So I don't know what it is on a car. I'm not a car expert, but I don't know what the ply rating is on a car. But like on ours, these are G tires. We have some H rated ply tires, which number of plies in there that allows you to have, let's call it a more stiffer tire to carry a heavier load. So there's a little bit of difference there. On a car tire, inside the tire, you know, when you put it on, if you ever looked at it, you've got the rim, but on the inside where it's all smooth where the air goes, there's a thin liner in there. And what that does is that inner liner is the barrier that keeps the air in, kind of like an inner tube that's inside the tire. It's literally encased or built into the tire when they make it. And that inner liner is right inside of, say, your cord package or your in there, and then your bead package is around the rim where that seats on the rim. Very thin on a passenger tire, even a pickup tire. So when you go to repair something like that, they're not even repaired the same way as a truck tire. A truck tire, the inner liner is so much thicker. If you've got a small hole, you basically go through, you clean out that hole with a specialty tool, you kind of mark off the area inside, you buff that area in there, clean all that off of there. You do a plug, which you put through there, and you pull it back through the hole, and then it's got like a little, like a small little umbrella, let's say, on there, and there's a little wire, and you wrap this piece of rubber around it. You peel that piece of rubber off. It's pre-vulcanized, and it's a little sticky. You pull that through there, and it kind of dimples out a little bit, seals up against that hole, and then when you let go of the wire on the outside, it flattens back out. Clip off that wire, and then from there you clean that again, put an inner patch on there, which is like a big band-aid that covers the area that you've cleaned off or skived off or buffed off in there, and then you put some let's call it, I don't know, vulcanizing compound or last step stuff on there to kind of cover that over with another layer, a thin layer of rubber type material. So on a truck tire or a truck repair like that, you're doing a lot more steps than you would for a car liner. Car liner is very thin. You're not going to do hardly any buffing on it at all. If you do, you're going to be down to the cords on the inside. It's not going to be good. So when you can see cords in your tire, moisture can get in there, and it basically rusts those cords. And when the cords rust, then they get weakened, and then as the tire flexes, that goes down the road, then that cord will pop or break, and then you'll have a blowout on the tire. It's a little bit different on a truck tire that way, but not far off of there. You do get that sometimes on a truck tire, but that's because, like, on a truck tire, maybe you get a nail or something like that in there, and what happens is when you get that nail in there, it'll go down into where the cords are, and then the moisture will wick in there because you've got a hole there. And that's why you go in there and you kind of drill that out with a specialty tool, open up that hole, and then the patch, you know, it fits the size of the hole that you're drilling. Those two things go together. So very important there to kind of know the difference between your car tires, your truck tires, and truck tire and truck or trailer tires. Steer, drive, or trailer axles, they're basically made very similarly. There are different tread compounds that are put in there that wear differently and stuff. So here in the fall, we always do a fleet survey, which Michelin usually does for us, and our local supplier, which is Bauer Built. Shout out to Bauer Built, do a great job. So they'll come out and they'll hit all of our locations, check tires on our tractors, on our trailers, kind of give us a fleet survey, like a health check You may have seen that on some of the Facebook posts or even some of the videos where they've come through this year. Kevin and Brandon came through and did that for us. Gave us a detailed report on tires that need to be pulled out of service, stuff that's maybe the casings are a little bit older, so they start to crack on the side. We've got to kind of watch that and see where those pieces of equipment are used, and also kind of give us an update on how stuff is mounted, dismounted, to make sure that or not dismounted, but how to make sure stuff is mounted correctly, that we're not having, let's call it, procedural errors on putting tires and stuff on there, because they are balanced, they are made in a certain way to keep down vibration, stuff like that. Timothy Jensen, Jensen Transport, Independence, Iowa. Hope you gained a little knowledge out of the tire business there. If you want to know more, just check out Google like Michelin truck tires. Great location. If you have trucks of your own or something like that, Bowerbilt's a great place to work with and go. Very, very knowledgeable. They actually come over here and we actually run Michelin program in our shop for how we do our repairs, how we spec tires, how we decide which ones we should pull and when. And we actually use a Michelin tool, so when we're out on the road, if something blows, they know what our specs are for our trucks, sear, trailer, and drive, so they know what to put on at multiple shops. So big shout out to Michelin, great partner. Have a great day.